Hi smart marketers, welcome to a new video of Tag the Market. Today in this video I'll talk about UTM parameters. I have divided the topic into 4 chapters. What is UTM parameters? Why do we use UTM parameters? How to create them and how to use them dynamically. To give you a visual explanation of what is UTM parameters, I need 2 ad links. One from Google Ads and one from a social media ads. Let's go to google.com and search for a keyword for which ads will be available, like domain purchase, and you see there are several search ads. You see the level sponsored here, sponsored, so these are the search ads. So click on one. And this is the page we are taken. Copy the URL and paste here. This is one. So I need another link from a social media like Facebook. Let me go to my Facebook, and this is my Facebook, and this is sponsored. You see the label sponsored. So I'm going to open it. Wait a bit. So this is the landing page we are taken. Copy the URL and paste here. So these are 2 ad links. If we analyze from the beginning to this is the main landing page URL, and from this question to the end, this is actually extra part, or it has been added to the URL landing page. The same thing has happened to the second one. This one is the landing page URL, and from this question to the end, this is the extra part. So what happens if we copy this URL, the landing page URL, without the extended part, without the extra part? Just copy it here, just copy, and let me copy it again, and I'm going to open in a new tab like this. So I'm taken to this page, and the previous one was this one. So these 2 pages is the same actually, with this extra part and without this extra part, we have been taken to the same page. If we check the other ad, like which I have collected from Facebook ad, if I copy this one, the landing page URL without the extra part, and paste here, I am taken to this page, and the previous one with the extra part, this one, this page, and this page is the same page. So from this observation we can say that this extra part has no functionality. It has just extended it or given a kind of physical change. This physical change or this extra part is actually called UTM parameter in ad links. And this UTM parameter has a special use in GA4 or Google Analytics tools. To better understand it, we have to go to GA4. This is GA4, and let me go to reports, wait a bit, and acquisition and user acquisition. To analyze any data about user acquisition or to create any reports about user acquisition, these dimensions are very necessary. The most used dimension is the user source. From Google, these numbers of users have come to this website out of total numbers. And there are other sources like Bing, Facebook, so they have contributed these numbers. And let me check another dimension like Medium. So Medium, you see here CPC. So this number of users come from CPC ad, and organic sources, this number of users. And let me check another like user campaign. you will find here several campaigns. Like you see, this is a name of campaign, and from this campaign these users have come to your website. So to get this kind of information, or if you want to analyze any data about user acquisition, you have to give this data to your analytic platforms. On the contrary, if you just create a campaign with this URL, just the landing page without any UTM parameters, your analytics platform or GA4 will not get proper data about your campaigns, like campaign source, campaign medium, campaign name, term, content, ID. So for better data analysis and report creation, you have to give all these informations by UTM parameters. This is why we need to use these UTM parameters. So far we have covered what is UTM parameters, why do we use UTM parameters. Now let's go to how to create them. We can create them manually or by tools. First, let me show you how to do it by tools. This is the tool by Google. In your browser, just search by writing URL builder and you will find this link. Now let's create an URL with UTM parameters. First, you have to give your URL, website URL, which is actually your landing page. Just I am going to give this one, the landing page. This is the product, and let me copy the landing page and paste there. This is the landing page and campaign ID. So you must notice here there is no asterisk sign, and website URL on it there is an asterisk. So this asterisk means this is an required field and this is not an required field. So you may give or may not. This is an optional. Or an optional field, you may skip it if you want, but I'm going to give some numbers here as an ID. Okay. And the third one is campaign source. This is a required field. Campaign source means different platforms of ads like Facebook, like Google, LinkedIn, TikTok. So these are the different platforms where we can put or we can run our ads. These platforms are actually sources of campaign. So you may write here Facebook or Google. Let me write Google. And next, campaign medium. Campaign medium is the type of ads. Like if the campaign source is Google, then the medium will be what type of Google ads. It may be banner ads, or it may be what? It may be CPC, or it may be shopping. Let me write here shopping. Suppose this is shopping ads. And then campaign name. This is another required field, and campaign name, you must have a name for the campaign, like winter bumper offer. And campaign term, this is not compulsory, you may give it or not. T-shirt, best t-shirt. Campaign content, image. It may be image or video or any other formats. So you get this URL. This is the URL with UTM parameters. Just copy it and paste here. This is how we can create UTM parameter with tools. And now let me show you how to do it manually. Let's analyze this URL, how this has been built. Then we'll get to understand how to do it manually. From this part to this is actually the landing page URL, and then there is a question sign. So let me write this question sign. So UTM parameter will begin with this question sign. After this question sign, there is UTM source. It may be UTM campaign or UTM medium or anything. This UTM source or UTM campaign, this means after this question sign there will be UTM parameters, UTM parameter key. This is called key or name. You can also say it name. So this is UTM parameter key or name, and then equal sign, and then Google, which is actually the value. So this is actually formula. This is the formula. Question sign, then UTM parameter key or name, equal sign, and then value. If you want to add another UTM parameters after this one, you have to join these two UTM parameters by an ampersand sign, like this. And you can join many UTM parameters, and this rule will go on. Now let me analyze this one from the beginning to the end. So first the question sign, then UTM source, which is actually the key, parameter key, then equal, then Google, and then ampersand, then UTM medium, equal shopping, and then again ampersand, UTM campaign, and then equal, then the name of campaign, and then ampersand, and then ID. This is ID ampersand. So this is the way it will go on. Let me copy the name of the campaign and paste here. And if you notice, the name, it doesn't look smart. There is a plus and there is another plus. So it means you cannot use space. If there are more than one words, you need to use space, but you cannot use space in URL. That's why Google URL Builder added this plus automatically. You can add this plus sign, or most of the marketers, what they use underscore, like this one. Let me copy it again. Many marketers actually use this underscore, and some marketers use, let me copy it and paste, and some marketers use hyphen, like this one. The most important thing what I want to share with you, you can also use space. Like this is what you want to see in your analytic tools. For a space, you cannot use space in URL, but in programming language, this percent sign and 20, this actually represents a space. When you put this just like this one, in the UTM you have to write like this one. So wherever you want a space, you have to write percent and 20 there. In the GA4 you will find like this. Now let's analyze the other two links. This is the main URL, question, UTM campaign. This is the campaign name, and this is medium, PPC, and then GAD source, so Google Ads source. So this is not a standard UTM parameter. What is standard and what is custom? So copy it. We look at it. Standard UTM parameters. So UTM source, UTM medium, UTM campaign, UTM term, UTM content. These are the standard UTM parameters, which are predefined and can be recognized by Google Analytics 4 and by many other analytics tools. When you use these parameters, these standard parameters, these will be automatically tracked by GA4. On the other hand, if you create custom UTM parameters like this one, those custom parameters won't be tracked by GA4 automatically. For those custom parameters, you will need to create custom dimensions. Let me show you how to create custom dimensions. You have to go to Google Analytics 4 and admin. From admin, you have to go to data display and then custom definitions. You can create here custom dimensions, custom metrics. Let me show you how to create a custom dimensions. Dimensions name, you have to give here a name. This name you can create as you like. Let me copy it from the parameter name. This is the custom parameter name. And you can modify it, you can write it as you like. And scope, event, and description is optional. Event parameters, this is the most important. You have to write the event parameter as it is. Then save. If I save, the custom dimension will be created. Let me save it. This is the parameter. All the data found under this parameter will be stored or categorized under these dimensions. For any custom UTM parameter, you have to create a custom dimensions. It is better we use these standard parameters because these are automatically tracked by GA4. When our business will require any custom parameters, we can create custom parameters like this, and custom dimensions will be needed for that. And then ampersand and Google Click ID. So this is the Google Click ID, which is very important. This is a code. This code can be decoded by GA4. When GA4 decodes it, GA4 gets all the data about a campaign. GA4 can data about a campaign source, medium, name, term, content ID, everything from this data, from this code. That's why when you use Google Click ID, you may avoid manual UTM parameters for Google platforms. And this is called auto tagging. And this Google Click ID is automatically added by Google platform. For this, you need to do some configurations. Let me show you how to do that. You have to go to your Google Ads account and then go to admin, and in account settings you will find auto tagging. Let me show you this auto tagging. You may find it unticked. Here you have to tick it and save, and then you have to go to GA4. In your GA4, you have to link your Google Ads with your GA4. You have to go to the admin, and then you'll find your product links and Google Ads links. You have to click on it and choose Google Ads accounts. You have to click on this, and in this page all your Google Ads accounts will be shown. What you have to do, just click on it like this one. Let me check my Google Ads account. Yes, this is city fashion and the last digit 21, and this is 21, and confirm. Next, enable auto tagging. So this is enabled. Okay, next, and submit. Link created. So this is all what you have to do. Now your accounts are ready for auto tagging, but this auto tagging is available only for Google Ads platforms. This is not available in Facebook. This is not available in other social medias. So for other platforms, you have to manually add UTM parameters. When your GA4 gets data from auto tagging, it the name of campaign and all informations are reflected in GA4 as it is. Like if the name of the campaign is like winter bumper offer, So in GA4 you will find as it is like this with these spaces. That's why if you want to correspond it with other platforms ads, like if you have a, suppose you have 3 campaigns in 3 different platforms like Google, you have one in Google, you have one in Facebook, you have one in LinkedIn. So you have 3 campaign for a same URL. The URL is same. URL same. So URL is the same. The product is the same. Product is the same. So your product is the same, your URL same, and you are running this campaign in 3 platforms. So the name of the platforms is the same. Winter bumper offer, the same name in in Google, the same name in Facebook and in LinkedIn. And you want in GA4 the name to be the same, so that you can track it easily. You want all the users reports from these campaigns under a single dimension, maybe user campaign. Under this dimension and under this name, you want all the users from these 3 different platforms. When you filter by this user campaign, and you will find winter bumper offer, and it will reflect all the users from these campaigns. That's why this name should be the same in the URL, in the UTM URL. When Google auto tagging is on, it will take like this. So when you manually set up this in Facebook, you have to use this page percent and 20. So you have to remember this one. You have to be cautious about it. So you have to use like this. Sorry. You have to use like this in LinkedIn or in Facebook, so that the name becomes corresponding. Now let me check the other ad link. UTM source, Facebook, Medium, campaign. This is campaign name and FB click ID. So this click ID is not like the Google click ID. This click ID is not decoded by GA4. This is used only by Facebook internal analytics tool. So it's not comparable to the Google click ID. So this is how we can create UTM parameters manually. Now let's learn how to use them dynamically. This is some keywords. Suppose you have used them in an ad campaign. Any one keyword of them will trigger an ad for someone. Exactly what keyword has triggered, you cannot set it in your UTM parameters statically. So you have to set it dynamically. How to do that? UTM term. So this is standard UTM parameter keyword name. UTM term. So you have to use for the value keyword in braces. So this braces sign you have to use for making it dynamic. If you want to track campaign dynamically, you have to use like this, campaign dot name and in braces. So you have to use dot because campaign is the object here and name is an attribute of this object. That's why there is dot. So this is the way how you can make it dynamic. For Google, you can follow this structure. UTM source, this is Google, which is static, and UTM medium, CPC, this is also static. UTM campaign, campaign.name in braces, this is dynamic. UTM ID, campaign ID in braces, this is dynamic. UTM term, keyword in braces, dynamic. UTM content, creative in braces, it's dynamic. You cannot make any change. You have to write as it is. If you make any change, it will not work. But for Facebook, there is a little bit change. UTM source, Facebook, UTM medium, paid. You can write it as you wish, this part. this value. UTM campaign, it's dynamic here in braces, campaign.name, UTM ID, add set.id in braces, UTM term, add set.name in braces, UTM content, add.name in braces. For LinkedIn, there is a little bit change you'll find. UTM source LinkedIn, this is, you can write it as you like, and UTM medium, paid, and UTM campaign, this part is dynamic, UTM campaign. So you must notice this percent sign here, and it will end by this percent sign. So instead of braces, you have to use percent sign in LinkedIn, and campaign, and instead of dot you have to use underscore, and all the alphabets will be in capitalization. So this is the format followed by LinkedIn. UTM ID, percent sign, campaign underscore ID and percent sign, UTM term, percent, add underscore name. So this is the format you can follow for LinkedIn. This is how you can track UTM parameters dynamically. And we have covered all the chapters, and this is all for today's video. If you think this video has been of any use to you, please share it with your friends and family. Like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.